No one is perfect, and certainly not Ten, aka Healy Diao. Oh, this is how you Healy Diao from Kingdom. So I'm watching Kingdom. This is obviously episode 6. Healy Diao is a little bit older. She's no longer the little small chibi gal that we used to know and love back in season 1 and 2. She's all grown up now. But it's just, I'm not really mad at her, and I'm not really that disappointed. And, she's still growing, to be fair. But at the same time, the fact that Krang Lee, this chick right here, she's not just extremely powerful as being as one of the members of Legendary Assassin called Karyou. That is exceptional in combat, uses the notorious dance of death. She fights with the sword name. Alright, so you can see here she's pretty much like a frontline attacker. She's very powerful. But she was able to figure out, this dude's, the commander's tactical plans. So you're telling me that someone like Healy Diao, who literally trained under a legendary fucking tactician, right here we can see this is season 6. So if you don't know this, see under Chang Ping, so she becomes a tactician. But Krang Lee isn't the tactician. She's one of the most powerful fighters in the Fei Xing clan. So when you compare the fact that Healy Diao is pretty much just a tactician, she's gonna be protected. She's not gonna see a lot of combat. All she's good for is her brains, which is fine. We need our tacticians, we need our frontliners, we need our tanks, we need our arrows, long range. We need everyone. We need everyone's full capability, what they're good at. But are you telling me that she's still this behind from Krang Lee? And they look like the same age. I don't know who's older, but yeah, they look the same age. Maybe she's a little bit older. She's a little bit more experienced. Who knows? But she's not meant to be a tactician. So she was able to figure out the main tactics before Healy Diao. And so that to me just shows that Healy Diao is still growing. And it's just weird to me, man, that she is still very the panicky type. She just seems really panicky. I just can't wait to see her finally become part of the legendary tacticians, because like, bro, all you're here for is your brain, Healy Diao. And I ain't trying to hate on you, but she needs to do better, bro. She really does. And like I said, right now, they're not really in the midst of battles. Maybe she's just a little abrasive in general. But the fact, like I said, she couldn't figure out this tactical plans. Like, even I was, like, obviously, I'm not in the war. Obviously, I'm not traveling by horse by hours on end. But when you compare it to Li King, it's like, bro, if Li King can keep up and all you're here is for your brains, she needs to do better, bro. Like, she really does. Let me see. Where was it? It was right here. I think it was like a 10-minute mark. When they were on the roof right here. So they were talking like, what is he thinking? Who, the main commander. Like, so here we have Li Kang. She's like, I get it. Now I get it. Now I see it. Why we're releasing all the refugees from every single little tiny kingdom to go to the main castle that they need to take over and siege. So you can see here, Kang Lee figured out the tactics before Healy Diao, and that just left Healy Diao like, bro, is she even? It just feels like it makes Healy Diao pointless. Like, that's just how it feels to me. Healy Diao hasn't really done jack shit this entire wartime. Oh man. But like I said, maybe she does better under heavy stress, like in an actual war. Right now, she's just flowing and coasting through what the main general, forgot his name, is going through right now. And he supposedly is like the greatest right now. the greatest tactician. So I don't really blame her for not being able to see it. But I was like, the point of this video is she should have been better than Lee King. Like, can we just admit to that? She should have been better than, you know, King Lee. I don't know how to say his name. Kyokai. Yeah, Kyokai. That's her nickname. Then that's her nickname is Karyou Ten. So 10. All I'm saying is maybe there's an age difference. Maybe there's an age gap. But Karyou Ten should have came to the conclusion way faster than Kyokai. Well, Kyokai. Man, these Chinese names are hard to say. They really are.